Healthy Happy Hour. Glad to have you here this afternoon. We're going to be making some great things. We're going to be making meatloaf, healthy meatloaf. We're going to be making a healthy KFC knockoff coleslaw. You know how good their coleslaw is when you get to KFC. And, of course, it's got a whole lot of sugar in it, so we're going to take care of that. And we're going to be making healthy mashed potatoes. No, they're not potatoes, and no, they're not cauliflower. I will be showing you how to do that. Yeah, surprise. We'll show you how we're going to do that. Let me get my recipes all set out here so I can tell you exactly what's in everything as we go along. Got a quart of water boiling. We're going to do that in a minute. So while we're doing that, you know, slaw needs to marinate a while. And so what we normally do is make it like a day before, or at least 30 minutes before, or a half hour before. So we're going to make it a few minutes before tonight. So I've already got some of it chopped up. Now, you see, this looks like the KFC stuff, doesn't it? It looks just like it. But what I did, I got this from Quality Foods. By the way, Quality Foods in the Town Plaza Shopping Center is our sponsor for this. Stop by there. They always ask me, what you making today, when I go in with my yellow hat on. This is kind of shreddy. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is put this in my food processor.
Jimmy Lord is watching. And
who? Jimmy Lord. Hey, Jimmy. And Vinny, man, Vinny, I'm just so tickled with Vinny. He is just doing so well on our program. Yeah. Vinny, I'm so excited for you. So I'm going to pulse this just 4 or 5 times. All I need to do. Very simple to get that.
Just like a little finer?
Just a little finer. Yeah, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But I like to do it because I want the consistency of, I want to make it as close to KFC's knockoff as I can. So we're going to get this in here. We're going to put the other ingredients in so that this can be marinated. I'm going to get it over to the refrigerator here in just a minute.
Marie Thompson-Whiten is watching.
Who now?
Marie Thompson-Whiten.
Marie, hey, thanks for watching. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm putting in minced onion. Now, this is that chopped minced onion that you get in the spice section. It's not, I didn't mince it up. This is that hardened minced stuff, but it's going to soften while it's in there. We've got Splenda. I'm using Splenda. You can also use monk fruit if you want to go completely natural. I happen to have Splenda today, so Splenda's going in. That is 2 tablespoons of Splenda. By the way, that was 1 tablespoon of minced onion. And 1 bag, that's a 1 pound bag. Actually, they kind of shorted me. You know, they made it 14 ounces now. They don't make them 1 pound anymore. Yeah.
Tina Butts is watching.
Who is?
Richard Whitworth.
Who?
Tina Butts.
Oh, Tina, hey, you made it. She said she tries to watch it work as much as she can. Well, I'm sure she's going to see it today or not. Here's a half a cup of light mayo. And again, I like to use Duke's mayonnaise. I love Duke's mayonnaise. Have since I was a kid. For me, don't give me no Hellman's. Don't give me no Kraft.
Or Blue Plate.
Or Blue Plate. Oh, my Lord. It's got to be Duke's for me. Okay. Here I've got 2 tablespoons of milk. Now, I had unsweetened almond milk, so that's what I used in here. And here's 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. You know, we don't keep buttermilk around our house very much, but I've got that buttermilk powder. Yeah, so I made it with the buttermilk powder, and that gives you the little bit of acidity that you need. Here's a tablespoon of just plain old white vinegar. That's going in. Teaspoon of salt. And a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Debbie likes a lot of pepper in her slaw. Matter of fact, for Debbie, if you can't have KFC slaw, which she loves, she'd just as soon have cabbage and a little black pepper and some mayonnaise. Yeah. But the vinegar really helps to break it down. And there, you know, there's vinegar in mayonnaise too. So now we're going to stir that up good right there. And sometimes, hey, David, I hope you're doing well. You asked me the other day, how is Debbie doing? Well, she's up holding the microphone, holding the camera. She's doing very well. We had to go to the emergency room, actually last week, before last week's show. And oddly enough, it turned out pretty well, didn't it? It wasn't too bad of a situation. Oh, my goodness. All right, that's going in the fridge after it finishes rolling around there.
Randy Boshears is watching.
Randy Boshears, man. How you doing, Randy? I hadn't seen you in a while. He'll be racing, well, he'll be working at Livonia Speedway in a few weeks, and I'll be back there on August 19th announcing the race. Okay, now we're going to make, I'm going to tell you about these potatoes. Okay, mashed potatoes. I've got some water boiling, and I'm going to put into that. I've got my salt. I've got a tablespoon of salt that's going in my boiling water, And here is the secret, guys. Rutabagas. Rutabagas. Who would have ever thought?
I thought I hated them.
Yeah, see, I didn't even tell Debbie what I was doing because I didn't want her to know because she's got a stigma.
Make us eat them, and I hated them.
Well, she's got a stigma about rutabagas. So I waited until she tasted it and said, "You're never going to believe what this is."
I couldn't.
And I told her it was rutabagas. Okay, you don't want to see me sitting here peeling a rutabaga all day, so I'm just going to finish this one up. I love this little peeler. Every time we go on a trip somewhere, we try to go somewhere special to a culinary store or a kitchen store and get a tool. This one came from Mass General Store in Waynesville, North Carolina. I think about that great place every time I use it.
Jimmy Robinson is watching.
Hey, Jimmy, I hope you're doing well, man. Good to hear from you. So we're going to put those, that'll finish that up. Now, I'm just going to kind of cube this up, just cut it up, cube it up.
Like you would a potato.
Just like you would a potato, yeah. And throw it in. I got my water boiling already.
I was really surprised at this.
Yeah, so I'm just going to half this thing. Oh, boy,
rutabagas are good for you.
This is a tough nut to crack right here, let me tell you. Don't really want to cut a finger here on the live show. All right. Okay, my word. Okay, now I'm just going to take these things and cut them like this. I want, half-inch by half-inch chunks, something like that that'll cook through fairly quickly.
Let's not have any cut-off fingers.
No, I don't want to do that today. I've done it. I just haven't done it on the show. Matter of fact, one night on Wednesday night after supper, for supper, I cut my finger, and I thought, what if I'd been doing a show? Man, it bled like a stuck hog. So all this is going in the pot. That'll cook 8-10 minutes. I usually figure about 10 minutes, something like that. I just want it where it's mushy, where you can mash it up. That's the good thing about it.
Is it made just like potatoes?
Made just like potatoes. Well, I take that back. Potatoes.
Sharon Mayer wants to know what a rutabaga is.
A rutabaga is just, they're available at all
root vegetable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a root vegetable. You can find them at all the stores. I got these at Quality Foods right there in the produce aisle.
She's got rutabaga, but it's rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
Baga.
It's R-U-T-A-B-A-G-A. Rutabaga.
Okay.
We used to call them rutabaggers when we were little.
Rutabaggers.
And nobody in my house liked them. I'm like you. My mother never fixed rutabagas.
My mother used to bake them, and they just
Daddy didn't like them, so we never had a rutabaga. We never grew them. Who?
Amanda.
Amanda who?
Me.
Oh, Amanda. Hey, Amanda. Haven't heard from you in a while. We need to catch up. Lord, Amanda, you would have just wet your pants at the convention this past weekend. We had such a great time walking around and talking to everybody, and all the people you see on the trainings every night were on there, and you're able to walk up and just talk to them and have a conversation. I had so many pictures made with so many people. Couldn't believe it. It was just a wonderful thing. You've got to go on that.
Sharon Mayer's watching.
Sharon, I hope you're doing well. I don't think you made it to convention, did you? I didn't see you. Convention's not just for coaches. It's for all clients as well. But it was an outstanding time. I met so many people that I have seen and heard from, but never met before. So it was a fun situation. Okay, we're going to chop these up and put these in as well.
How long will it take for these to boil?
About 10 minutes. Oh, they're boiling now. I put them in boiling water, but it'll take about 10 minutes to soften up so I can do something with them. Okay, so all of these are going to go in here. Oh, you were asking about, do I make these like regular mashed potatoes, sweetheart?
Yes.
No, I do not. And here's the secret ingredients. I use light mayonnaise and no milk. Instead of milk, I use cream cheese spread.
I love it.
Instead of milk.
I love it.
And it gives it a great taste. It's
does.
Outstanding. Love this stuff. So if you're looking for a way to do it, that's the way to do it. I don't put all this aside.
Cheese.
Who? What?
Low-fat cream cheese.
Low-fat cream. Yes, the low-fat cream cheese and low-fat mayonnaise. All right, time to work on meatloaf. Now, here's my recipe for meatloaf. Debbie just told me today, she said, my mother, don't you love that whenever, guys usually say that, well, my mother didn't do it that way. Debbie said today, I never did it that way, but I'm doing it this way. So.
Well, that was in the days when I did cook.
Okay,
a
so
long time ago.
I don't know the best way to get a half a bell pepper. Just half it,
and go.
Then you can't clean out the insides like I like to clean out the
Clean
insides.
out the insides and you can put away.
All right, so I'm going to do it like you're supposed to do it, I guess. I'm going to cut the insides out with a little paring knife.
Sharon Mayer said she didn't make it.
Oh, it was so good. Sharon, next year you have just got to bite the bullet and go. It is such an amazing time.
Experience.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I missed it.
You know, Debbie didn't get to go this year.
No, I didn't feel good this year.
It's not so much what happens on stage. Sure, there's a lot of great things that happen on stage. It's the time in between where you're meeting people and talking with them and sitting around with your coach and with all of your people on your team, and you're learning things and asking people, how do you do things? That's the beauty of the convention. And that's what we all love about it. All right, I got a skillet going here. Now, I'm kind of funny. I like to get my meatloaf, I like to give the onions and the bell peppers and the garlic a head start. So I give them about 5 minutes just to give them a head start so that goes in the meatloaf and they've got a little bit of a head start. So I don't know anybody else that does it that way, but I do. So all the bell pepper, I got to put some olive oil in. Where's my oil? Oil. I've got a whole thing here. Yep, my oil goes in. That is 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to put my bell peppers in. Notice today, sweetheart, I'm using my bench scraper.
You are.
And I'm going to put half an onion. Do what?
Terry Wisnett.
Terry Wisnett?
Wisnett.
I'm not sure I know Terry. Terry, how do I know you? I don't recognize your name. How do we know each other? Are we just Facebook friends? Okay, here's the way I've learned to dice onions really well. You quarter them. All right, here's a quarter of it. And you just come down through here like this and score it. And look how nice and diced those things come out.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just really impressed with that new dicing method. And then I take this last things and do that number with them right there.
Tammy Massey's watching.
Hey, Tammy, I hope you're doing well. Same thing here with this one.
Everybody wants to see this meatloaf.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
Jimmy wants to know if y'all are going to St. Jude's singing Saturday in Gainesville.
Going to what?
The St. Jude's singing.
Didn't know anything about it, Jimmy. No, actually, out of retirement I come again. I'm announcing at Atlanta Motorsports Park during the day on Saturday and Toccoa Raceway on Saturday night. So, you know, not only could I just not retire, now I'm doing double duty from what I used to do. Golly.
Ridiculous.
But when the people want you, you show up, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so I'm going to let that go 4 or 5 minutes just to let it get nice and happy. And in the meantime, I am going to take my 2 garlic cloves and I'm going to get them minced up. And again, you just pop them down. Get the
when you do that.
paper off. Why do you like that?
I don't know. I just like that squishy sound.
I was talking to my new friend Jason, Jay. He is, I don't know if he's watching or not, but this guy is like Mr. Culinary. He probably has a doctorate in some kind of food preparation. You know, we all have a doctorate in food consumption. He has a doctorate in food preparation, probably. He works for the airlines, and he is responsible for coming up with the meals for all the major airlines. And I just think that's cool as heck. And so I'm just going to kind of chop this up very, very finely.
Catherine Connor's watching.
Hey, Catherine, I hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going well in the Connor/Reed family. All right, now here's how I'm going to
really mince.
Yeah, I'm going to mince this up now. Just take my knife and see what you do. You just take a rolling action.
I never put that in oatmeal either. I mean, in meatloaf as well. The garlic.
Yeah, well,
so
it's
you do it very different.
I do. I just like my recipe. I almost put some mushrooms in it, and I didn't. But mushrooms extends that meat flavor somewhat.
Artie Ridgway's watching.
Artie, man, I hope you're doing well. I bet the painting business is going strong right now. I bet y'all are burning up in the outdoor painting world at the moment.
I bet.
All right, so we're going to get this, get the onion still going right here. And my meat, now I'm using 93% lean meat. You could use ground turkey, but it's a little dry. So I use the 93% lean ground beef. So we're going to get that going. I've got my big bowl over here. Where's my big bowl? Here's my big bowl. And I'll show you how I'm going to mix all this up in a minute. That onion has done, I'm not cooking it through, I'm just softening it. So I'm going to put the garlic in right now, 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to let them stay in for about a minute. Don't want the garlic to burn. And again, just kind of giving this a head start. Meanwhile, this is all rolling very, very well over here, so all is looking good in Rutabaga world. Let me get my meat out of the fridge. Again, 93%, and here's the way I build this thing, and I've got a specific way of doing it, and I'll tell you why as I go along. There's a reason behind it. I've got an escapee green bell pepper down there. Okay, I put this in the bowl first. And the reason I do that is I want to separate it from the egg. We're going to be putting an egg in this, so I want to separate it from the egg as much as I possibly can.
Are you going to make the egg cook?
No, that's why I separate it from the egg. I've got that in there first. And now I'm going to go ahead and here's the secret. Instead of using breadcrumbs, you know, most of the people either use oatmeal or they use breadcrumbs or they use panko breadcrumbs. I'm using a cup. We usually put a cup in when you're using this thing, using a pound of meat. I'm putting a half a cup of flaxseed meal. Check this out. You can find this at almost every store, red mill flaxseed meal. And it's just so good. It's such a great addition to anything. So we're using that, and it's available at Quality Foods. I'm going to put that in. Now, I'm also going to put in a half a cup of almond flour. Now, I just like the almond flour, and no disrespect to Quality Foods, but Walmart has the best almond flour. It's a little coarser than what you get. The others are fine, and I think this even says, yeah, it says super fine, but it's not. It's got a little bit of texture to it. So it's a great substitute for cornmeal. If you're going to like saute some okra and you're going to bread it a little bit, man, use this stuff. It's really good.
Our friend Jim Crenshaw's watching.
What? Hey, Jim, I hope you're doing well, man.
To hear from him.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got a 1/4 cup of
low sugar.
Yeah, no sugar.
No sugar.
Yeah, no sugar ketchup. I'm going to go ahead and put that in right now. So we're going to get that in. And now here's my ketchup. This is the one I use often. This is G. Hughes sugar-free ketchup. Also, what is out there is Walden Farms ketchup. It's sugar-free. And I noticed today, I like this. G. Hughes has 5 calories. Walden Farms has 0 calories.
Oh, wow.
So that'll save you some calories if you're looking to do that. So
Mr. Witzel is watching.
Witzel, JT, I hope you're doing well, man. He is a fellow announcer. Who?
Vicky Wilbanks.
Vicky, okay. Salt goes in.
Salt.
Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire. Well, they were saying the other day, yeah, Worcestershire. They were saying the other day exactly how to pronounce that correctly. I still don't know. All right, so now the meat goes in. And that, again, is 93% lean. And now I'll put my egg on top. And see, it's far enough away now from those hot vegetables till it won't scramble and won't cook. And, of course, it goes down to the bottom. But it's still far enough away.
Pam Watts is watching.
Egg goes in. Hey, Pam, I hope you're doing well. My goodness, I haven't heard from you in quite a while. All right, best way to mix all this stuff up
is with your hands.
Just get in there and do it. Just do it, as Nike says, right? And I try to more fold than mix. So I'm folding everything in. I don't want to mix it too much because that'll get the meat too greasy. Actually, it kind of you just don't want to mix it too much. So I'm mixing it just enough. And again, all these flavors are going to meld together pretty well. All right, so now it's time. And it's amazing how cold, even I put those hot vegetables in there, how cold it still is with keeping that meat cold till the very end. Okay, wash my hands right quick. And I forgot to get out my... I'm going to show you this. You know, most people, when they use this little thing right here, and all the fat drains down to the bottom. Well, guess what? You don't have any fat in this, so you don't have to worry about that. That can just go away. And we do want to spray this with a little cooking spray. And again, I've tried them all, and Pam just seems to always, Hey, Pam Watts, I'll use your name. Pam Watts Spray. Always seems to be the best. It just is the best.
Todd Kinman is watching.
Todd, man, I hope you're doing well. Hadn't heard from y'all in a while. Hope you and Amy are doing great. Okay, now this is going in.
I can taste it now.
Debbie can taste it now.
Meatloaf.
Yeah. Debbie loves meatloaf, that's for sure.
My favorite meal, I do believe.
Well, you're going to enjoy this, sweetheart. All right, we're going to press this down. And let me get this to the sink right quick and wash my hands. One more step right now. Do what?
How are your rutabagas coming?
Rutabagas are doing well. I hope they're getting soft enough because it's getting about time. All right. And I forgot to get my dish of quarter cup. So I'm just going to eye it of ketchup on top.
Yes, gotta have that.
Yep. So we're going to do that. And through the magic of television, where's my new hot pot holders that I bought? Oh, you got them out here for me. Sweetheart, look at you. You just didn't get the insides out.
Oh, I didn't?
Okay. And that's hooked together there somewhere. Anyway, all right, so we're going to put this one in the oven, but check this out. Coming out of the oven. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And see, now Debbie has 2 of these to eat on now. That goes in a 375-degree oven for, and I'm going to set the timer now, for 45 minutes. So we're going to let that go.
It's not an hour like you usually.
No, you do 350 for an hour, but 375, you don't only have to do it 45 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, got a little parsley, little Italian flat leaf parsley. So we're going to chunk that up. Again, if Jay's watching, your knife skills, hold your knife right there. It's not meant to do like this. I see so many people trying to do that. Hold your knife right there, and that way it's balanced. You're balanced, and you got some control over the thing.
Cherie is watching.
Cherie, yeah, Cherie had missed a couple of shows.
She has
so
a new
she's back.
profile picture that's so pretty.
Now we're just gonna put that parsley over that and serve it. Just a little bit of garnish on there. I would have plated it now, but I'm not. Well, I'll plate it. What the heck? What plate would you like me to use, sweetie?
Big one.
This one, big one?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna put that right there, and we are going to see how well I can get a slice of this out without damaging anything else. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at that. That is so good. Yeah, so good. All right. Okay, now let's see how we're doing with Rutabaga-ville. Are they pretty good? This tool, I've had this tool probably 30 years. Don't know where I got it. Can't find another one. But it's such a great help for doing this number. And I just take my pot, hold it up against it. They make one that I've gotten at Walmart, just not as good. For one thing, it's made for right-handed people. This one is for people that are either right or left. And so that works out a whole lot better. So there we go. So that does good there. Rutabagas. And I like to put them back on the stove for just a minute and get all that liquid out of there. So I'll put my ring back on. I just like to have them completely liquefied when I do it. Now, rutabagas generally take just a little longer to cook than potatoes do.
Yes.
Yeah, a little longer. And I don't know that we've had sufficient time today, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So all of that water's out of there.
Diane Harlow is watching.
Diane, I hope you're doing well. My goodness, I hope you and Wayne are doing very well. We'll see you at church Sunday. We hadn't been the last couple of Sundays. One Sunday we had, what did we do 2 Sundays ago?
I don't know.
But last Sunday we were out of town, or I was out of town, and but Sunday before, Debbie had fallen. That's what it was. And I had stayed home to kind of coddle you and take care of you. So we got the mashing going on. They're in good enough shape to mash. That's great. Okay. And, I'm just old school. I like I like little chunks of potato in mine. I don't want whipped potatoes. I don't want you putting them in a blender or putting them in a food processor or taking a mixture. Oops, got an escapee. or taking a mixer to them. No, I
Lori
want
says
chunks.
she's never had a rutabaga.
Well,
She should try them in this.
I had never done it either until last week when I found this recipe, Cherie. I had never done it either, and I thought, I'm going to give it a shot. I've made it with turnips before, and it's almost like I've made it with radishes. Anything to try to use something besides cauliflower.
Nina Burdette.
Nita, hey, I hope you're doing well. Nita watches a lot. I'll send, by the way, if you like this, anybody that likes it, I'll send you the recipe. So make sure to hit the like button. Also, a couple of big announcements here. I've got a new YouTube channel coming out, and it's going to be Healthy Happy Hour, and I'm going to put all these videos on there, and I'll have all the recipes in the comments below. So they'll be there in perpetuity. Don't have to worry about them. They're going to be there forever.
Good.
And now the second thing, I'm starting a new show coming next. Oh, well, thank you. My watch just started talking to me. On Sunday, starting this Sunday night, I'm starting a new show, and it's called Your Life Matters. Yeah, because I want you to know your life does matter. We're going to be taking questions from you. I'm going to have a little motivational talk at the beginning, and then we're going to be taking questions. We're going to talk about what's going on in your life. We're going to be talking about religious things. We're going to be talking about money matters, health matters. We're going to cover the gamut. And anything you want to know, we're going to, I don't know that I'll provide an answer, but we're going to talk about it. I want you to know you matter and your life matters. And we're talking about the matters of your life. So tune in. That's going to be 8 o'clock Sunday night on Facebook Live. Brand new show we're starting. Nobody's sponsoring now. Maybe a counseling service or a clinic will sponsor it. I don't know. We'll find somebody. But that'll be 8 o'clock Sunday night. Tune in. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to get to talk to everybody one-on-one or one-on, however how many are online at that time. And we'll answer some questions for you and talk with you.
Tracy Fowler is on. And
Tracy. Hey, Tracy. I hope you're doing well. Who else?
Angela Watkins.
Angela. Man, Angela, you are losing weight. I'm so proud of you.
I know.
I'm excited for you because, you know, you've needed to for so long. I just wish we could have had that happen with Derek before what happened. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, Angela, I'm so tickled for you.
Roger Murray is on.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I'm glad Roger's back on again.
All right, what did you just put in?
Okay, I put in a half a cup of low-fat mayonnaise. I like Duke's, of course. And I put a half a cup of low-fat cream cheese spread.
Right.
Not Philadelphia cream cheese, but this is the cream cheese spread. There's a difference.
It's very good.
Yeah, and that kind of liquefies. That sort of becomes your liquid in your mashed, whatever it is, mashed rutabagas. Now, I've also got, I just mixed my salt and pepper together to put in there, so that's going in. Have I left anything out? Did you see any extra containers over there, sweetie?
No.
All right, I think that's everything.
I think you have it all.
So we're going to put this bad boy in here.
We so enjoy doing this show for you
We
guys.
do. We enjoy it so much, and we appreciate.
We hope it makes you healthy and happy.
I had people at the convention this week saying, "Man, you get people to actually view your stuff. We don't get any viewers on ours." So I am so honored that y'all trust us enough that you watch what we're doing. Maybe you're just curious if I'm going to do something stupid and burn myself or cut myself. Maybe that's the case. But anyway, we appreciate you watching. Also, if you're looking for a church home, we need to mention this. Ebenezer is our church of choice. We love Ebenezer Baptist, and it is such a fun place. We hope you will come to our life group that happens at 10:30 every Sunday morning. Huh?
Yeah, it is so much fun.
Yeah, we just, and again, it's not the teaching as much as it is the camaraderie and the friends that you get to meet. And honestly,
fellowship. Yeah,
the fellowship in and out of what's going on. Matter of fact, we're working hard on our pool area behind the house, hoping to have a party.
So wait, there we go. We're back.
Okay. There is roughly a quarter cup of rutabagas. They are so good.
Yes.
Now we'll get this out of the fridge.
Our good old coleslaw.
And put some coleslaw on there. And
we are ready to eat.
There's a meal, ladies and gentlemen. We are excited. Well, y'all have a good time. I'm going to go eat. Have fun. Hit the like button, and I'll send you the recipe on all three of these things, okay? Y'all have a great night. See you Sunday for Your Life Matters. Can't wait for that. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.